Welcome to South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia for the fourth race of the NARAC Offline Cup Series season. Stephen Schaff, Gage Bussing, and make up a Lucky Dog Racing front row for today's race. Michael Wallace starts third, who has had a rough season so far, and Bryce Dennis is in fourth. Kelvin Myers is in fifth, Michael Frederick in sixth, point leader Gene Peterson is in seventh, Gabe Cazzola eighth, Jacob Overbaugh, a pretty bad season thus far, he starts ninth, and Liz Canals the last car inside the top 10.
Jonathan Parker starts 11th, and speaking of bad seasons, Matthew Stotts will start 12th. Dylan Brewer starts 13th. Last week's winner, Chad Stockton Sherman, will start 14th. Noah Kim 15th, Gabby Breen 16th. Tyler Williams will start 17th with Francisco Vitalo to his outside. William Martin and Nicholas Guarino round out the top 20.
DJ Gibson starts 21st. Anton Bazaz alongside. In 23rd is Mark M. Martin, and then Kyle Cuthbertson. Virginia Kid Jackson Tate starts 25th, and Brendan Reed 26th. Drake Gosselin continues to tank after two strong races. He is in 27th. Connor Hudson 28th. Jason Hurst 29th, and Brooklyn Kennedy rounds out the top 30.
Madison Tobin will start 31st with Travis Van Oostendorp to her outside. Adam Kuhn 33rd, Jared Lipsy 34th. Austin Anderson starts 35th, Cameron Caldwell 36th. Mitch Krunke will start 37th, Connor Passman 38th, TJ Smith 39th, Cameron Lara 40th, 41st Jake Gumar, and 42nd Autumn Wayman rounds out the field.
Let's get these engines fired here in South Boston.
Drivers, start your engines.
The field of 42 rolls off here in South Boston, Virginia. It's a Lucky Dog Racing front row.
I feel the keys to today's race will be who has the best starts and who is able to use the bumper the best.
I'll look for Michael Wallace to be good. He's a short track king.
Had a rough go to the beginning of his season. Sits all the way down in 32nd in the standings. The pace car's about to pull off, and we're about to start the first short track race of the season. Lucky Dog front row is going to lead them to the green flag. We're underway, and what a jump for Gage Bussing on the outside.
Around the outside and easily to the race lead.
And he's clear of Stephen Schaff. That might
team owner.
could be a little teamwork there on the outside, or the outside lane could be advantage. We'll have to see later as this race goes.
Michael Wall is all over the bumper of Schaff for second.
And he's going to about to give him the bumper there in turn one. There's our point leader.
Peterson already moved up to the top 5. Schaff now up to the outside.
And Michael Wallace gets clear of him.
Now he's got to get back in line. We saw that at Rockingham, stuck on the outside. You're going to fall right back. Same here at South Boston. He's going to get passed by Kelvin Myers. Gene Peterson's going to try and get around him too.
Fading fast is our pole sitter.
He's stuck on that outside. Let's see if he can get... I think it would be smart to let Gene Peterson go and just get into this little gap here that he has at a 48.
Looks like that's just what he'll do. Pole sitters have not fared too well this season.
The only one who showed any real great speed was Matthew Stotson. His pick who blew it late in the race. Wow, Noah Kim all over that back bumper.
That's why we're staying here. The guy Old Chrome Horn is about to get the use here in a second.
Man, Noah Kim is
there.
To use it here.
All over.
Noah Kim in just his second career.
There it is.
He needs to make up points if he wants a shot at the playoffs, and he is trying to get around that 21 car.
Gage Bussinger at a half a second lead, and that's about 12 seconds in non-short track time. Pull on Michael Walls there.
Even Schaff.
Noah Kim, after not showing a lot of speed in his first race at Rockingham, showing a lot of speed here.
That was a very late entry from Team Chevrolet we mentioned last week. So good to see him have pace here tonight.
Stephen Schaff has just we saw he was able to get to the bottom. It's just that his car is just not handling well right now.
Good for one lap, and that's it. Kind of like Ryan Newman back in 2003.
He had 8 wins that year.
Jeff has fallen all the way back to the 8th spot.
Got back in line though.
Tyler Williams on the inside of the 48 here. He gets it.
Battle for 10th right there as Mark M. Martin passes William Martin.
2 teammates for Team Chevrolet. And Mark M. Martin looks to get underneath Dylan Brewer. Dylan Brewer has been a punching bag this night. Got knocked out of the way by the 54, and here comes Mark M. Martin.
It's only 12 laps in, and we're seeing a lot of usage of the front bumper.
And he couldn't get back to the bottom.
You can only wonder how they speed up as the race gets down to crunch time. William Martin is fading very quickly here.
Stuck in that top lane. We've seen Steven Schaff able to hold on to 7th now, I believe, after a couple laps.
You see the inside is definitely
the
place to be.
Yeah, it's obviously the better lane.
And Madison Tobin.
See Adam Kuhn though, just inside the top 15. He started in, what was it, 34th, 35th?
33rd. Madison Tobin started just 2 spots in front of him. And they started on the inside and have stayed there ever since. And look how far they've moved up through the field already as they're cracking the top 10 here.
Both going to get around Jonathan Poco here for 10th and 11th.
That outside lane just goes nowhere fast.
Kind of like Mountain, except making the bottom lanes where you want to be, and if you're anywhere else, you're slow.
So you mean old Bristol?
Yeah, that too.
Connor Passman, the Daytona 500 winner, starting to make his way up through the field as he's into the top 15 now.
And back up at the front, Gene Peterson has made his way up to 4th. That 97 car has showed consistent pace every week, every track. Finished 2nd at Daytona, top 10 at California, and another top 5 a week ago. So
great start to the season for Gene Peterson as he looks to continue his success.
These guys have lost touch with Gage Bussinger and Michael Walls.
Michael Walls has been consistent with his speed behind Bussinger.
Those who have consistently been pulling inch by inch away from the field, not out to an insurmountable lead, but out there to the point where it is a bit worrisome for the rest of the field who's just battling it out back here.
We just saw Kelvin Miles up in 3rd. He missed the first race of the season at Daytona, made his debut at California, running a really great race so far tonight.
Jared Lipsy here battling with Adam Kuhn.
Nick Garino missed a corner there. Kind of helps him get there.
Look how far back Dylan Brewer and Jonathan Parker have fallen. I believe that's outside of the top 20.
It's just about, yeah.
It's rough getting stuck on that high side.
One thing we're about to see in probably 20 laps is pit stops. What's that going to mean with these guys? The pit lane here is so long, and the track's so short, that there's only a little opening in turns 1 and 2 where you can exit and enter. It's going to be a mess, I believe, once we get into cycles.
Yeah,
we'll see him try and stretch out and hope for a caution flag.
That's the strategy play here. You got to go as long as you can.
The safest bet.
You don't want to get trapped 3 laps down.
I feel the safest bet is beat your competitors to pit road.
You see Gage
Well,
Bussinger.
then you're going to get trapped a lap down. That's the fear if you pit early.
That's the risk you have to take, but if you beat your competitors to pit road, you avoid the risk of getting involved in your own accident. I'd rather be trapped laps down than sustain damage.
I double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword
You
indeed.
see lap
That's what
traffic
short
for
tracks
Gage
bring
Bussing.
about.
That's Jacob Overball, who started inside the top 10 already in last. What a
Here we go.
miserable season he is on.
A rough go for him.
Another day. The 69.
He has lost positions in the point standings every race, and he left Daytona last in points. Just all the new entries, he just keeps falling down and down.
And
It's
looks like
been a
that
rough
trend's
go
going to
for him.
continue.
So it's 37th in the point standings after locking him a week ago.
We go on through our field. Noah Kim running there. Jason Haar's making a move for 7th.
Malcolm Mountain not defending that bottom lane, or he couldn't because Hose peeked his nose there.
This is our highest up battle on track.
See, I'll
the
post it
moment.
right behind him, Steven Schaff.
Running
Settled
in the
down in
9th
9th
position.
ahead of Daytona winner Connor Passament.
This is just outside the top here. You got top 10 here. You got Madison Tobin and Adam Kuhn trying to make their way back up there.
William Mountain settled now, he in 13. JL Lipsy in his second race, kind of like.
Should be interesting when Gage Bussinger really gets into the heat of lap traffic.
He's
How much
gapped
of an
Michael
effect
Wall.
that have on him.
He started to gap Michael Wall, so I believe Micah's having issues in lap traffic. He tail into the view again. He's soon we'll see Gage Bussinger. There he is. Already past the 21 of Dylan Brewer, 16 of Jake Kumar, 53 of DJ Gibson.
And Michael Walls has not passed any of these drivers yet. He just sits back there behind all of them.
There goes Jacob Overball. He was the first one to get caught, but it took him a while to pass him.
Bussinger now looking to the inside of Jonathan Parker to put him a lap down. Michael Frederick up there is running the high side.
Right in front of
Another
Bussinger.
car a lap down.
Right in front of Bussinger now is TJ Smith in that 6th car. He came into this race second in the standings, only 2 behind Gene Peters. And this is going to be a huge blow to his chase against the 97 car, who runs in 4th.
This is going to be a lap traffic filled race.
I think TJ Smith is going to try as hard as he can to stay on the bottom lane.
For sure. He cannot afford to go a lap down if he wants to.
Oh, he missed the
take a
corner.
chance. Oh,
Mio
there
driving.
he goes.
Watching that 12 car in his Mio and just blew the corner.
Bussinger now has drivers side by side in front of him, but it looks like he's going to get underneath Knaus here as Gabe Cazzola clears the 88. Michael Walls is still struggling with lap traffic. He's only gone around. I don't think he's gone around anyone. Dylan Brewer and Jonathan Parker, and that's it. As he now gets around Michael Frederick. Calvin Myers has gained a lot here on Michael Walls as Walls continues to struggle with lap traffic.
But you see how much Gage Bussinger is leading?
Bussinger now way up the track though. TJ Smith
TJ Smith. Oh, I couldn't
not able
get
to get there. Jay Kumar and the 53 have rallied a bit. Passed about 8 cars and unlapped themselves as well.
TJ Smith's
TJ
about
Smith
on lap
really
himself.
trying to do that. Yep, there he goes.
Yes.
Now
Lap
Bussinger
traffic
needs to tuck
troubles
in here. Bussinger needs to tuck in behind the 6 car before the 88 goes inside.
Looked like he was about to make contact with the 53 there.
Yeah, 53 checked up on the outside it looked like, and Bussinger almost ran right into him.
Nerve-wracking stuff for a race leader Gage Bussinger here as he continues to try and maneuver the lap traffic. Now to the inside of his teammate Gabby Green.
Gage Bussinger has had a rough season like many other drivers. He came in this race 23rd in the 24th in the standings, excuse me. His only highlight was an 8th place at California.
Now here he is weaving through traffic, getting close to the halfway point.
Dominant, yeah, led the first 46 laps here at SoBo.
Calvin Myers has moved into the second spot.
That's a strong race for him. Like we mentioned, missed the first race at Daytona, set him way off in points. Not a lot of money, missed a lot of money from that. And here he is running up in second place. Michael Walls is struggling still. He is losing a lot of time.
Yeah, he's struggling mightily here with the lap traffic. Dylan Brewer is almost getting past him on the outside there. He finally gets around Dylan Brewer, but that leaves only 2 lap cars behind him.
A point leader is just running around in 4th right now.
He's going to catch this lap traffic soon and might be able to get up there and contend for the 3rd spot with Walls if Walls continues to struggle this much with lap traffic. Bussinger's extended his gap to almost a 2-second lead now.
Lapping Matthew Stotts, but you see the 6 car TJ Smith staying on that low line, locking Bussinger. Trying to pass Bryce Dennis now for another point and another car in between him and that 12.
12 car might just want to follow TJ Smith here. TJ Smith will cut his way through the field.
Man, TJ Smith.
That sets Bryce Dennis up the track, and easily underneath them is Gage Bussinger.
We're gonna say this a lot this season, I'm sure, but the difference a week makes. He finished second to Chad Stockton Sherman last week, and here he is almost getting lapped at South Boston.
Yeah, he's running mid-30s, maybe just outside the top 30, but from 2nd to 30th is not ideal at all.
But
at least he's on the right side of the points and not looking at being deep in the hole. Entering this race, that would be even worse.
One good thing about this is he is leading that way for the 12 car. So this might make Bussinger's choice here a lot easier. Why would Gage pass him if 6 car is getting through the traffic much easier than he?
Bussinger is continuing to pull away from the 2nd place car of Calvin Myers.
And they're just in deep traffic though. They don't have a TJ Smith to come through for them. It's everyone's race back there for their own selfishness.
Yeah, it's just a mess back there.
See Calvin Myers underneath Jackson Tate gets around him, and
still so many cars between him and the leader.
TJ Smith is just racing that 12th car. Every other point is a plus for him.
Calvin Myers is pitting.
Yep, there it is. But everyone Calvin Myers was racing there, they were racing for their own spots. And he has nowhere to go. These pole sitters, Steven Schaff already down pit road. This is where things get hairy.
Like Schaff was the first.
Ooh, there's a wreck!
Oh, they're wrecking! Chad Stockton Sherman, that's last week's winner.
And there's a caution.
Last week's winner got tuned by the runner-up from a week ago. Caution is out. Gage Bussinger was on pit lane. How would it cycle?
A lot.
Who's gonna take the lead here? Will Bussinger maintain the lead on pit lane? You see Stockton Sherman still in the wall, driver's side right in the barrels. What a hard impact for him.
He's stuck there.
And Tyler Williams and Noah Kim have cycled to the front. Steven Schaff, did he get in them?
Yes, he did.
It looked like he did. I don't know what Schaff was doing there. He just ran right into a parked car.
Tyler Williams has cycled to the lead here, and that's exactly what we thought was going to happen. Contact on pit lane, and there goes the 23 finally being towed back to his pit stop. We're stacking up under yellow guys. Oh, we got people
Brooklyn Kennedy flooring it off of pit road.
Oh, this is a mess here. No one... Looks like someone's stuck in the middle of the pack, and they need to go, and they're not. We'll get things...
confusion on the order of things after caution came out.
We're pitting the yellow for these guys who did not pit yet, so...
Tyler Williams coming into pit road here.
We'll have to see how things cycle out.
Looks like everyone hitting pit road. Oh no, there's cars up ahead there.
those who did not pit are all pitting here. I believe the 12 car is gonna have to take a wave around. I don't know. I think he would be a lap down.
Field's just very
Tail end.
jumbled.
Peterson got caught a lap down. That could be big if he doesn't take the wave around. See, some lap guys are pitting here.
They pull
Noah
off
Kim.
of pit road. Noah Kim.
Race off
Race
pit
lead.
road. Ahead of Mark M. Martin and Tyler Williams. Let's see how that incident with Chad Stockman Schumann we see there, how that all started under green flag cycles. Back at South Boston Speedway, we see the 23 is Chad Stockman Schumann trying to pit, and he just tried clearing himself off TJ Smith as the leaders were pitting. So a very interesting scenario here. You see, he just gets stuck in that wall and then tries to drive out of it, but just makes things worse, it looks like.
Yeah, we just completely stuck in the barrels in the wall there.
There's going to be a couple of boneheads that run into a parked car here. So that's how we're staying
So at
here.
least,
Like
at
Steven
least
Schaff.
right there, the pole sitter,
Bonehead.
who was one of the first drivers to pit. Back at South Boston Speedway, race leader Noah Kim in the midst of lap traffic. You see Gene Peterson leading the field. He is on the tail end of the lead lap. Gage Bussinger is stuck in 17th position after pitting under yellow. Coming back to the green flag here. Noah Kim accelerates deep in the pack. Let's see how this cycles out. All of those guys on the inside, laps down. Everyone in front of Noah Kim. Tail end of the lead lap.
A lot of them might be tail end of the lead lap because they're ahead of our leader now. Having pulled
Yes.
to the inside.
This will really shake things up, and we know that outside lane is very slow. So, can a lead lap guy jump down to that bottom right now? It's Noah Kim leading Mark M. Martin.
Looks like Adam Kuhn's the first lead lap car down by that inside line.
See a couple cars on the pit lane still. Jake Dumont and Travis Anuski are teammates at T1A.
Adam Kuhn looking for the race lead. I think he led that lap.
Oh, high on the leaderboard. He's gonna blow right by Noah Kim though down the back straightaway, take the lead, and he's clear sailing ahead. Got Cameron Lower right behind him, and Gage Bussinger up to third. Oh, wow, 17 to third in what 3 laps at South Boston.
He restarted at the tail end, but he in timing is 10th.
Still crazy to see how much dominant that inside lane is.
That means Bussinger still has a chance at this race.
Now the
Weren't
thing
too
is,
sure after the caution came out just as he was coming to pit road.
as silly as it may sound though, he doesn't have TJ Smith in front of him. TJ Smith can't clear
He doesn't
the
need
lap
TJ
traffic
Smith
in
to
front
be
of him.
passing people. Got a fast enough
won.
car.
We'll see how he does in traffic, dude.
Right now, people aren't really doing much of anything. Just follow the leader and get past the cars that are stuck on the outside. Adam Kuhn in heavy traffic still. It's going to be in heavy traffic the rest of this race. Unless we get another yellow. And that would still put him in a lot of traffic. You see, he's about to lap our point leader there, Gene Peterson. Looks like giving the bumper to Liz Knaus as well. Adam Kuhn's trying to put as many cars a lap down as he possibly can. Makes things way easier if another yellow were to come out.
Cameron Laura
Oh,
trying to get to the inside there.
Gene Peterson stuck on that outside lane. The point leader has gone a lap down here. Cameron Lowe trying to get his bumper in there. Kuhn clears himself off of 2, 1, and 2 actually.
Just look at the amount of traffic still ahead.
Surprised we haven't seen Gage Bussinger try and make a move on that 41 car yet. Although they really haven't started out with the lap traffic, and I don't think it will for a while.
There's the caution car right ahead of Adam Kuhn. Chad Stockman Sherman.
Oh, 40. The 41 had a chance though. The 19 missed the corner, but so did he.
41 missed the corner as well.
If Gage Bussinger trying to peek his nose there on the 41 car, tire wear could be an issue for these guys up here, and Gage Bussing. It didn't look like an issue for him in the first stint. Contact. Was that contact between the 12 and the 41?
Nah.
Got
He was just
90
looking-
close to 57.
Looking at the
Autumn
inside
Wayman
there.
all over Bussing's bumper.
Adam Kuhn starting to scoot away from mayhem going on here for a second now.
Cameron Lower getting cycled out of the way. He's gonna drop back a couple spots, it looks like. Bussing, did he get bumped there from the 57?
I think so.
Bump and
Autumn
run
Wayman
by the 57 of Autumn Wayman.
up to second place, and this is her only her second start. She started last, and she finished in the top 10 last week.
Meanwhile, Adam Kuhn has now put Liz Knaus a lap down. Wayman's looking to move past Chad Stockton-Sherman and try and track down her teammate.
Seeing a Daytona winner, Connor Passman, get into the top 5. That was actually positioned for third. He's up into the top 3 now. Approaching the final 20 laps soon for South Boston.
Continues to put lap cars between him and his teammate.
Lap cars are racing hard there between them. Looked like Liz Knaus got into the 53 though. See posted of Steven Schaff right in front of race leader Adam Kuhn.
More hard racing continuing here between the 88 and the 53. It's like they're racing for the win, not 30th.
Booted the 53 right to the top lane. And I don't think he's going to get back in time to the bottom before the 57 gets there.
Looks like the 57 is there.
Now he's going to get passed by Connor Passman as well. But these aren't for position for him. But that 88's getting smaller and smaller in his windshield.
Adam Kuhn has run into some harder lap traffic here.
DJ Smith.
Brooklyn Kennedy, TJ Smith, and pole sitter Steven Schaff all in front of him.
The way the race has cycled out with G. Peterson losing a lap. DJ Smith on the tail line now.
Gage Bussinger's lost a lot of time.
He's on pit road.
He's on pit road.
Oh man. Dominant car of the day on pit road, and TJ Smith is now still on the lead lap, so he will likely have the point lead now, considering Gene Peterson is a lap down. So how things change for TJ Smith, who's barely holding on to the lead lap spot, got a lucky break with a caution that he kind of caused. Wasn't fully his fault, but now he has the point lead going to next week.
Connor Passman to the inside of Autumn Wayman for the second spot. Passman's going to clear Wayman there. As Adam Kuhn continues to lead. He's not really catching this lap traffic ahead of him, as Liz Knaus has actually gained some time on our leader here. Knaus can get to the inside of the 19. That could open things right on up for Daytona 500 winner Connor Passman. Knaus is there. Does she give him the bumper? Close racing here between a lap car and our leader. Passman has reeled in these two. Gap is down to 0.6 of a second. Passman now all over the back bumper of Knaus. Does he use the bumper here?
He's either got to trust that she's going to get by him, or he's got to move her out of the way as quickly as possible.
Time is running out as the laps wind down here.
Ooh, he missed the
And
corner.
Passman's getting held up by Knaus. He missed the corner there too. Not good there for Connor Passman. As it looks like we will have a two-time winner after this race, unless Autumn Wayman or Tyler Williams can make their way up there to say otherwise.
He super missed the corner there. That was really bad. That might have thrown that away.
Yeah, it looks like he's thrown all chances away. Adam Kuhn now on the back bumper of the 10 of Brooklyn Kennedy. Adam Kuhn missed the corner.
Now Connor's getting passed by lap traffic now. He's really losing it.
Completely thrown it away. Adam Kuhn just needs to hit his marks here for the next 5.5 laps. I wouldn't consider. He just needs to hit his marks. That's all he has to do. But he's getting a lot of pressure from the lap car of Liz Knaus here.
He's just got to not do too much here, as Liz Knaus does get to the inside of him.
Liz Knaus is inside. If Mitch Krunke can follow Liz Knaus right down underneath
That was it for
19,
Autumn.
that could bring Autumn Wayman right to the inside of Kuhn. Is there enough time though?
You got 3 laps to do it.
Wayman now within 7.5 tenths of a second. Here comes Wayman.
2 to go this time. Oh, she's gonna have a shot here.
She has to get there like by 3 and 4, I feel. Give herself enough time.
She's there. She's there. She's there on the white flag.
To the inside.
What in the world?
Adam Kuhn, he just needed to hit his mark.
She is clear.
Lap traffic to his inside.
Coming to the checkered flag, a last lap pass in South Boston. Autumn Wayman
passed their teammate.
led 1 lap, but
And
the
it was
most
the most
important
lap.
one.
What
You're
a-
kidding me.
Adam Kuhn chokes away what could have been his second win of the season. Connor Passman with a solid 3rd place finish.
Wow, I've never seen anything like it.
Have you ever?
Oh my, never!
And between teammates, you don't see that every race.
And there was nothing dirty about it. She just was straight up faster there at the end.
Yeah. And Adam Kuhn just let lap traffic get to his inside. That played a big factor as well. Autumn Wayman becomes the first female winner in the NARAC Cup Series with her win here at SoBo as she passed her teammate Adam Kuhn for the race win. Connor Passman, the Daytona 500 winner, finished 3rd. William Martin 4th. Tyler Williams 5th. Noah Kim bounces back from an awful first career race to finish 6th here at SoBo. Mark M. Martin in 7th. Madison Tobin 8th. Cameron Lara 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Michael Walls.
TJ Smith finished 11th. He did a great job staying on the lead lap there, and it saved his race. The pole setter Steven Schaff finished 12th. 13th was Brooklyn Kennedy. 14th was Liz Knaus. 15th, Drake Goslin. 16th was Mitchell Crunk. 17th was Cameron Caldwell. 18th was Gabe Cazzola. 19th was Kyle Cuthbertson. And rounding out the top 20 was Jason Hars.
Anton Pizzazz finishes 21st in his second career race. Austin Anderson 22nd. Dylan Brewer 23rd. Brendan Reed 24th. Matthew Stotts continues to not have the best season as he finishes 25th. Calvin Myers 26th. Jackson Tate, the hometown kid, finishes 27th. DJ Gibson finishes 28th. Connor Hudson 29th. And J.R. Lipsy rounds out the top 30.
Coming to the rest of the back markers here. 31st was Bryce Dennis. 32nd, Michael Frederick, still having a bad start to his season. 33rd was Francisco Pacalo. 34th was Jacob Overball, still having a horrific start to his season. 35th was Gene Peterson, the points leader. Probably won't be the points leader after today. 36th, Gabby Breen. 37th, Nicholas Garino. 38th was Travis Van Oostendorp. 29th was Chad Stockton Sherman, last week's winner. 40th was Gage Bussinger. The dominant car had a tire issue at the end there. That's why he had to pit. Ended up retiring. 41st was Jake Gumar, and 42nd was Jonathan Parker. Both had terminal issues.
What a race we saw here at South Boston. What a finish between the two teammates coming down to the final lap.
Yeah,
And Autumn Wayman picking up the win after leading just one singular lap.
that's the most important one, though. It's just Adam Kuhn. He's just tires fell off too much for him. He burned them off and got stuck on the outside there. And Autumn Wayman played it smart, and she led the most important lap there. It's very interesting to see whether the NARAC officials will keep this track on the schedule. We saw some ups and downs here.
We definitely saw, even though we only saw our second caution of the entire season, we saw the biggest shakeup caused by a caution, as it led to only 16 cars finishing on the lead lap.
It's like
and a couple of drivers falling out of the race.
It's like that NASCAR game that came out a bunch of years ago, like NASCAR 6, NASCAR 7. There's a racetrack called Dodge Raceway. When getting on the pit road, it's just such a weird crossing. There's almost always a caution bringing it out. It's the same thing here, and it's a shame it just shook up the order, and I'm sure Gage Bussinger is not too happy right now, but I think he'll be good for weeks to come.
He was leading that race, came down pit road expecting to be able to get his pit service and come right back out the leader, and next thing you know, Chad Stockton Sherman's spinning right in front of him. And it really put him a couple of laps down, and then he got stuck in all the traffic and had a tire issue.
It was a shame.
Next week, we're back in Florida at Homestead-Miami Speedway for the Homestead 400. See you there.